What's up, everybody? Can I get a quick mic check? Mic check. Alright, cool. Let a few more people hop in here and then we'll get started. Hey, what's up, everybody? Duck here. Hopefully volume's okay for you guys. Getting kind of dialed in here real quick. Yeah, so what's up? You guys like the snow? You know, Duck's way up high in the mountains, right? So, hence why the background of the starting is a mountain duck in the snow. That's me. Mountain duck in the snow. What's up, cowboy? How you doing? If you guys are on Twitch, watching this on Twitch, a couple things. You should now have access to some emotes to paste into the chat. Let me know if you see any of that. If you're on Twitch, throw an emote in the chat. I don't believe you would have had access to that last stream. Something I think I implemented. Another thing is you should now also be able to get the stream in 1080p. So make sure you go to the settings cogwheel in the bottom right hand corner, or wherever you see the settings cogwheel, depending on YouTube or Twitch, and make sure you have the 1080p visual enabled. Alright, yeah, there's an emoji. Okay, so hopefully it's working. Yeah, there you go. Alright, there's supposed to be some pepes, like 15 of them, and some ducks in there, but I don't know if... I think you have to have this other thing called, I don't know, Twitch TV or something. Twitch TV app. It's like a extension for your like Chrome browser. Maybe you could Google that, but there's actually some more hidden pepes in there and some ducks that you may have to dig a little to figure that out. Yo, what happened? What's the problem? Why are we on this early? It's just random, bro. Ducks Like, my schedule is disgusting. So it's just a matter of any time I could find a good opportunity to go live for a quick second, hour, 2 hours. I try it. Yeah. All right, guys. So yeah, it's snowing on Bitcoin. Basically, okay. So we we got price action on ETH, of course, right? And we'll go there next. But it obviously seems like Bitcoin's lagging a bit, and imagine that, right? Haven't we been saying for the past week that ETH is outperforming uh, Bitcoin? So wouldn't it make sense that ETH hits the target before Bitcoin, right? That's all that's happening. The stronger of the asset is taking the lead. Simple as that. But, ETH has approached some levels that are critical. And we'll have to look at that next. But right now on Bitcoin, Bitcoin's lagging. So Bitcoin, it's got some work to do here, okay, guys? So what we're looking at here is this shark in purple, okay? So this shark in purple, you got some different things that could happen, right? Currently we're targeting the first area where the shark goes live, which is the 886 fib extension, okay? That's going to happen around 63,000, okay? At that point, can we reverse? Absolutely. So if we don't hurry up, we're going to start building some nasty divergence by then. You know why? Because we're already doing it now, and we're not even at the 786. You see what we're talking about here, guys, where the MACD positive momentum is starting to diverge bearishly. And it's significant because you have this separation island of negative momentum. You see sometimes, like over here, they were on the same island. You see this, guys? Yes, did this act as divergence? Yeah, but it's even more discernible here where we currently are, okay? So look, last time that happened, your RSI had to peak and then diverge on the back side, right? Follow through, tail end, RSI, bearish divergence, as price was putting in higher highs and lower levels of positive momentum. So now we're looking for that same thing again to develop. So we're starting to get the MACD to do its thing, right? It's rolling over and it's waning, and you're losing bullish momentum, okay? People are getting off the table, layering out, not jumping in. It's just, you gotta be aware. You gotta be on high alert when you start to see these things. RSI approaching range high, right? If the RSI were to be one big range, you're approaching the top of the range. Okay, when we get to top of ranges, we like to sell. When we're at bottom of ranges, we like to buy. Okay, so RSI, is it diverging? Yeah, sure. But you would think that this goes up and does a little bit more. Maybe it's not even on this one. Maybe it still happens up here, okay? Which would allow us to not only get up here and hit this 786, right? But then it'll allow us to put in a lower level of relative strength when we go up and tap the 886, okay? If we get that, that's where we really want to see the RSI diverging, okay? Something like that. Does that make sense? Let me pull that in here. Okay, so now, if that were to be the case, what would Bitcoin, or what would the MACD do? It would probably put in a third lower level of positive momentum, and you can see 3x bearish divergence on the MACD with tail end RSI bearish divergence at the 886 pattern completion zone of a bearish shark. All right, if we get that, I just don't know that you're going to get this 113, okay? And this 113 is so critical for the morph into the 50, which is our continuation indicator to the upside. If we fail in this zone and we hit the 886 and we diverge 3x MACD, tail end RSI, harmonic D, short entry target area, It's also the take profit target area of the yellow large cipher that's the size of your face. All these things are going to converge in one area, a critical area around 63,000. So in order to play this safe, you're going to probably more than likely want to exit your long position or have a very, very tight stop as we approach. Once we get across that 60K area, ideally you want to hold 60K as support so you can get up into the 61, 62, and 63 area that we're seeking, right? But once we get up in there, if you start to see some kind of slightly higher high with that nasty 3x divergence on the MACD, you do not stay in a long. If anything, you're in a short at that point. But again, you're in a low leverage short, and you've only begun to layer it because you're going to accept that you may have to layer in as high as the 113. If she shows some weird strength at the very end, you may get as high as 66666. Okay, so you have to be prepared for that stupidness. Okay, so you don't ape in, you don't market in at the 886, you layer in, and you do it for a portion of your position, and you do it on a low leverage. Okay guys, or even spot, because you're gonna have to deal with some back end fuckery, but you're pretty much, this is a decent area for a low risk high reward opportunity for you to start building a position on. This is a 4-hour chart, guys. Building a position could take a day and a half. The second we hit it, you don't need an ape. You just start to strategically, methodically layer in, and already have decided how much of your position you're going to put at risk for this particular short. And we're going to look for a stop initially above 70,000. So yeah, stop right now is going to be above 70K. The high side is going to be like 66,666. So ideally we're looking for a double top in the zone. Divergence is building. We have a little bit more in the tank on Bitcoin. It's not over yet, but it's approaching fast. All right. So ideally you got about another $4,000, $5,000 little pump coming at you on BTC. It'll probably take back over as ETH has been leading the way. People have started to exit longs on ETH like we are and have, right? You should be, let's go over to it. You should be out. You should be exiting your position here. This is significant on ETH. You have reached the take profit zone. Okay, this is our target area where you have converging 1618 golden mean ratios. Okay, look for the blue lines. Look for the blue lines. These are the 1618 golden mean ratios. Look where you are. You are inside of these blue lines. Okay, significant area to be concerned with. Okay, let me zoom in for you guys. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Bring it in, boys. Bring it in. Okay, look at this. Okay, critical areas. This is basically butting right up against 3,000. Okay, you are at 2940. You've already hit 2953. You have like $50 left, $40 left. The upside reward is gone. Okay, the upside reward is gone. This is time that you should be exiting. Shooting star up into the zone above an 88, above a 1618. Look, you're rejecting the first one. You may not even have the strength to get to the second one, but if you do, good, get a little bit more. But either way, your stop should be really tight right now. Like your stop should be like, you should get stopped is what I'm trying to say. Like your stop should be above 29, above 29.15. You should be like $15 away, trailing that if you have anything left open. Have you started to enter a short? Let's talk about it. Okay, we now know we're in this D short entry target area. Okay, that's what the green represented, the two 1618s. Okay, so we are in this area, the ultimate golden mean ratio zone. Right now, some things can happen here. Okay, sometimes you get this BS where you come down, but you get the slightly higher high just to get all that liquidity, and then you start to wane and sell off. And this is the area where you get this nasty divergence, right? Where you have this high on price, this higher high on price, and even a slightly higher high on price, and you get this like 3x 2x 3x bearish divergence, tail end RSI divergence. Guys, look how we painted this the other night. Look what it's doing. Like, bro, look at that. Right where we wanted her. Okay, now we're almost there. In order for that, look, in order for this to happen, you have to put in a slightly higher high, which means we have to sweep this one more time. So 29.58 is not the high. We have to put in a slightly higher high. That's how you touch 3K. Can it go above 3K? Sure, it can go above 3K, but I mean, it ain't gonna be much, guys. It's pretty much like the ship is starting to sail here. You should not be on board this any longer. You're gonna get another chance, even if you love ETH. If you just need to have ETH in your life, Duck will give you another opportunity to even have a larger ETH bag than you did today. You just have to trust in the plan, trust in the system. Yes, this is blowing off at the top. Yes, we're at all-time highs. Yes, there's nothing above you. Okay, there's nothing there. I understand. There's nothing here. You can go back left. You're not gonna find anything. Okay, this is called blue sky breakout. All-time highs are happening. It's hard to sell this. Okay, but this is what we do, guys. You just trust the system. What's the point of having a plan if you're not even going to execute it, right? You might as well just ape and pray, right? Are you ape and pray, or do you abide by the rules of the system that you're attempting to enforce upon yourself when nobody else will? Okay, think about it. All right, just think about it. All right, harmonic wise, again, we don't like that slightly higher high, but we're targeting 1618 golden mean ratios on overhead fib extensions. But again, if we were a harmonic, guys, we would be reversing. Okay, this is not what you want to see if you are a bull at the moment, currently buying your first ETH position 5 minutes ago. You're the liquidity, and we appreciate your sacrifice. Oh, look at that. Wow, that got close. All right, I'm not sure if we set that stop when that wick was already there, or if the wick abided by our stop, but you would not have been stopped. Okay, stop was below. I think the wick was already there, and we set the stop. It was because we had this one candle right here. So I believe, guys, price was something like this. Maybe it was even a little further on. Okay. Yeah, I think it was something like this. And let's see if we could get her to work. Okay. So oh yeah, it painted that. It was right there. That's where we set this. So we said, okay, if somebody were to enter a position, you would be using these previous highs, right, as your kind of entry, and your stop would have been below the wick. So yeah, since then, ETH to BTC did its thing, hit the top of the target. So yeah, and this is kind of telling us, guys, that that basically, you know, ETH's turn is kind of running course here. It's reaching targets on both charts, right? And Bitcoin needs to now take the ball over in order to do its thing, in order to create its bearish divergence scenario that we're so patiently waiting for, right? To develop, in order to have that, you know, short setup, right? We're looking for certain things to occur and play out, and if that happens, we're going to, take advantage of the situation by opening a short, right? And it's the same thing we do in inverse, brah, when it's time to open longs. It's no difference. I mean, if you guys, really only are like, oh no, bro, I don't short Bitcoin. I'm only here to long. I would tell you, okay, that's a cool story, but now you need to be twice as patient. Or you could just, now you can long, right? So there you go. We're setting you up for a long. The long entry zone approaches. We would like this to hold up and put in a slightly higher high, right? Even if it put in a slightly lower low, ultimately we're looking for some kind of Bulkowski double bottom here, so you can enter your long position on Bitcoin, right? Long entry target area would be 48K followed by 44K. Go ahead and long, all right? Do what you gotta do, bro, but just ebbs and flows. If you don't accept it, I mean, you just get ran over. So it's up to you. Litecoin request in the chat. All right. Okay, guys, Litecoin is painting a cipher. Litecoin's target 786 over 786 fib extension, square up area $310. Litecoin currently sitting at 271. You are now and have been for the past basically about day and a half back testing and regarding the previous overhead resistance / neckline as support, which is a really good sign. You had the initial break, back test hook. Now we just need to see the follow through go, right? Sure, Cowboy will get algo on the board for you. Okay, so hold this critical neckline area, basically 265. If you hold 265 on Litecoin, you have a chance here for it to play out, because Bitcoin is going to give you a small window of opportunity here, okay? And we talked about this, right? When you're an altcoin, you have to take advantage of your window of opportunity given to you by the macro Bitcoin, right? Mother Bitcoin she giveth and she taketh away, okay? So if you're just a little shitcoin, your whole purpose in life is to simply extract Bitcoin from the impatient and insert it into the accounts of the patient, okay? But nobody really cares about your shitcoin. We're just here for more Bitcoin, right? So that being said, some of these other altcoins we're going to go over, if they're lagging behind, see, ETH led the way, right? ETH is already hit. Okay, so done, we're good. Locked it in, right? Fund safe, profit secure, right? But if you're lagging Bitcoin, kind of like Litecoin is right here, you better hurry the fuck up. Because when Bitcoin says that's it, you guys remember, when the party's over, the party's over. That's why on certain assets like ETH, when we hit those take profit target areas, we need to take advantage of them. You need to lock that shit in, okay? Don't get caught holding the bag, guys. Don't be the guy that gets caught with your dick in your hand when they turn on the lights, right? So when the party's over, show's over, that's it. So, okay. Litecoin, 786, D, short entry target area of a bearish cipher, painted here in white on LTC to USDT on the 4 hour, okay? Anything you could get anywhere near 300 to 310, you should be layered. You see the yellow tick marks. They've been sitting there, okay? So right now, yeah, it's kind of stretchy because you're short. I mean, your stop would be, it'd be a little low here, but you'd have to probably target this exact 786 and just see how tight you can get this stop. Probably just, you'd want to stay below these wicks, right? If you lost these lows, that would be a red flag. So you'd have to be a little below them, 1.5 to 1. You know, it's not the best area of risk to reward. You could have done better if you would have been in earlier with us, right? As we identified this much sooner than now, right? I mean, we've been talking about this chart for a fucking week, right? 10 days. I don't know. Feels like it. Definitely not this morning. So yeah, could you enter a trade here? Sure. Sometimes people wait just till now. You know, you wait for this neckline back tests. You know, they take trades on the break, hook, and wait for the go, right? They look for just these nibbles of price action continuation to the upside with high probability, because even though we're looking for a rug here, you still have to, it's like bearish buying. We need to push the price up so we can rug your ass, right? We need to get you on board, make you think Litecoin's some kind of digital silver bullshit. Silver is barely silver, bro. Litecoin, just a meme. You're just gonna get caught holding the meme with all your net worth in it as you watch it plummet in a matter of days, right? Tell me about it in a few weeks. All right, guys, so look, when you get up in this 300 area, especially if you're seeing that 3x divergence on Bitcoin, it's time to sell that Litecoin bag to the Robin Hooders and bounce. All right, moving along. YFI, USDT, 4 hour, same thing, neckline area. You need to hold this area. Stop is still the same. Stop has not changed. This position remains. You have two scenarios here though. This doesn't guarantee that you're going to get this 113, okay? The first thing that could happen to you is the 886, okay? Because the minimum, this is a shark. It's not a cipher like Litecoin. So Litecoin, you're looking 786. YFI, you're looking 886. Okay, so if I were an 886 target, I would look like this. Okay, simple as that. On YFI, okay, if I was a shark and buyers, you know, came in, they need to step in fast though, guys. No bullshit in here. You potentially have a second target opportunity, right, where you can get this 113. Okay. So these are the two type of targets that you would see for a YFI shark. I'll mark the levels for you guys. Whoops. Trying to mark the levels for you. I'll mark these levels for you in green. First target, 55,900, basically 56K, right? So 56K followed by 60,000, okay? Stop below 45, target 55.9, second target 60K. Again, you're only going to get 60K if Bitcoin gives you the opportunity, and you have a window of opportunity. If you do not take advantage of it, you will be rugged. You have been warned. Don't get caught hold the bag. Have that Bitcoin chart open beside you. If you're in these other alts, when Bitcoin says it's over, abandon ship on the alts or put a stop in place. Shit, you're probably better off being in an alt short at that point than even fucking with that little bit of overhead profit remaining. By the time Bitcoin says it's time, this asset's gonna have, you know, it's gonna be in these areas where minimal targets left, right? You've already started taking them, and if you're lucky, you've reached the second level, but you know, probably not, right? So we'll just have to see, keep an eye on it. So yeah, the dog. All right, this stupid dog. Didn't somebody say stupid Saturday Night Live cuckery has Elon talking about Doge tonight, the Doji, and why it's the currency on Mars? I mean, okay, so you get your rally, you hit 40 cents, before it comes on, because everybody's talking about it right now. During SNL, maybe hit 50 cents, double top 60 cents. Everyone gets off SNL and spends the rest of the night talking about how Doge is God's gift to Earth. And at like 3 a.m. when they're sleeping, it loses 65% of its value. Yeah, that's more than likely what you're going to see on this. Okay, guys, so what would we be looking for? 1, 2, 3x bearish divergence on the dog, okay? In order to remain bullish here, you need to push this momentum up and start to invalidate these levels. But guys, that's a lot of positive momentum required. You see what I mean? Even if you do it, okay, what did you really accomplish? All you did was get from here to our ultimate short area. You didn't change the world. All you did was give us an even better area to dollar cost average into our short, right? So why are we layered like this? Because this is a butterfly. A butterfly has a D short entry target area that goes live at the 1272. Overhead fib extension, you would sweep the previous highs from the 16th, right? But the butterfly can also go as far as the 1618 golden mean ratio, which would tag 60. Again, these are critical round numbers: 40, 50, 60. Critical fib levels, right? You have an 886 at 40. You're approaching the 886 at 40. You have a 1272 at 50, and you have a 1618 at 60, okay? So these are critical round numbers, critical psychological areas of resistance. When you hit one of the three, every time you hit one, you check the divs. By the time you hit, it's either going to be at the second one or the third one. They're going to be there. The bearish divs are going to be there. You're going to be at the 1272, the 1414, the 1618, one of these critical fib levels. Now you're starting to align and build case for short, right? You have a pattern in development that would be in 90 to 95 to 98% completion. Box checked one, pattern, right? Harmonic, bearish butterfly in yellow, right? Check box one. Second box, critical overhead fib level extension, right? 1272, 1414, 1618, golden mean ratio fibs, check box 2. Argument number 3, 3x bearish divergence on the MACD. Argument number 4, tail end RSI bearish divergence. Argument number 5, Bitcoin macro scale about to roll over. Argument number 6, ETH double topping at short target entry areas. Guys, this is how you win the case for the bearish argument on the dog, and you dump on all the SNL plebes that still watch mainstream TV as a source of entertainment. That's what they get. They're getting set up by their own people, like they have been the entire fucking time. Cucks. The dragon. Rawr. Rawr. BCH. God, this is just the worst asset. Like, it sucks that we have to trade it still. I wish they would delist it. But either way, tail in development. Basically, you've tailed, right? You got a pretty nice looking tail to me. If I were a tail, that's how I would look. You're in that above the midpoint of the range, kind of this heart line area that we talk about, where you basically have like the torso of the dragon, right? Like its belly becomes this. You see it there in gray, in the gray box, kind of going right across the center of the screen, right? Picture that being like the torso, the abdomen area of the dragon. We stretch that right, and the idea of a dragon is to create that area for one, you know, identify it as a critical area. That's how you're developing the dragon to begin with. But then when you reach it on the tail side, the tail end side, you take the torso area highlighted in gray and you flip that previous overhead resistance into support. By doing so, this allows you to tag the top of the range, finishing off the tail point of the dragon. Okay, so this is where we would hit the measured move that you see identified in green, where we took the higher low of the back feet of the dragon and we brought that measured move up to the overhead neckline torso resistance area, and we took that and we cloned it and we pasted it above the top of the what is we're calling, you know, referring to this neckline at 950, and that measured move places you at $1,160 area on BCH, right? Fake Bitcoin, fake Toshi. Yeah, you guys don't ever want any of this dog shit. You just take from it and short it into the ground where it belongs, right? Any opportunity to short this is an opportunity to me, because this asset loves to go back towards zero. It has a magnet at like 1 cent where it belongs below Dogecoin, and it one day will go back to its promised land of zero. So whatever you can do to help that, in my book, is a W. Just don't over leverage, don't over position. Just throw a little bit in there, and then when you do something like that, guys, you can allow the trade to play out. Don't fucking put your rent money in there that you got to pay rent on tomorrow. I can't make this play out and profit you a Lambo and pay your rent in 24 hours. It doesn't fucking work that way. You throw in what you can afford to lose, and it's only a percentage of that because you have that spread across other assets, and not even all of that should be at risk. And that's just what you can already and have accepted to be able to afford to lose. Your rent money is not part of that conversation, okay? So by only putting, even if you're only trading with $1,000, guys, just throw like $100. Even that's a lot for 1,000, but throw $50, throw $80 in this, short it, low leverage, 1x, 2x, 3x, and just hold this from 1180 down to 500. And then you'll turn your $100 into like $600-700. But you'll also be able to allow that to occur because you don't need that $80 right now, right? Whatever it is, just add a zero or another couple zeros depending on your stack. And just, if you have all these little positions like that properly sized, guys, your mindset will be more at ease, and you'll be able to allow these things to run. You can soak some of these things for some good gains. Are you changing the world? No. Are you buying a Lambo with every short you take? No. Well, I mean, maybe some of you are, but you don't. That's not the point here, guys. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? And you want to be able to maintain the marathon of the entire extent of the short position. So you have to be properly sized in order to even mentally be able to reach such a, target, right? So yeah, just keep that in mind as you guys are layering in. But ultimately, we're still looking for some more upside on BCH. Can you backtest the neckline at 950 one more time? Sure. Do you have to? No. Can you? Yeah. Always a possibility. If you do so, though, you want to make sure and hold above it. You don't want to lose that and flip it back into resistance, right? You want to do that later after you hit 1180. Then you want to come back to 950, tag it again, bounce, tag it again, fail, backtest at resistance, start failing off, right? For now, you're still in your long, but you got orders layered out here. You got orders layered above you, and you're keeping an eye on the macro. And the macro says it's over, it's over. Oh yeah, Duck's based as fuck. Duck's the definition of based, bro. All right. SOL trade setup from last night's stream. What were we looking at? 4 hour hidden bullish divergence, Bulkowski double bottom, at what was previous overhead resistance, now being flipped into support, SR level, right? SR flipped level, double bottom, hidden 4-hour bullish divergence, bang, 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 3 white soldiers engulfing everything and printing a new high. Ugh. Get some of that shit. So, by the way, you should be you're at the area where we said, front run 50. We knew 50 was going to be that psychological target, right? Psychological round number. Don't ever be the guy caught holding his dick when the lights turn on, right? Front run, layer, layer, layer. Get out. You don't need the fucking absolute top of this. It was just our area of interest where price action is likely to hit, but you want to make sure you get filled. So you front run. Because look, guys, it almost appears that that's all you got here. You swept the highs, you double topped, sold off. So that's why you want to have those layered orders out in front of you. Always, always, always. You wake up, there, most of them are filled. You look at it where your last one hit, it was the damn near top, and that's how you sell the top. Okay, you're usually not going to do it by watching it. It's like watching grass grow. It never happens when you're watching it. It happens when you're not. So you have to be prepared at all times and have those orders set strategically at critical fibs that you're front running. Okay. SOL. Samcoin. FTT. FTT. Do we have FTT in the chat request? All right, guys. FTT. All right, we're talking about FTT pushing up into this gray box area. Okay, we're going to start layering out from 56, 58, and if you can get it, all the way to 61. You would then short it back to 52, at which point we'd be looking for hidden or classic bullish divergence. And we would be looking to go and double top the high for a second time at the 61 area. So if maybe, you know what I mean? So yeah, you're approaching take profit target areas. FTT, you should not be holding this too much longer, okay? Begin to layer out above you so you don't become one of those red arrows. Sam will end up boning your sister. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. All right, FTM. Okay, what do we got here, guys? We got a bearish shark, FTM. Remember, these sharks, the 113s, the ideal, right? The 113s, that's the high side of it. This can also 886 you, right? So 886 is where the bearish shark begins. You're below that level, okay? This could already be top. How do we know? Variables. Alert, 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 alert. Somebody set off the Pepe. Somebody short it. Somebody ape. Holy mother of God. Alert. Alert. Red flag. 15-yard penalty. Unsportsmanship-like conduct. SOL. MACD. Positive momentum. 15-yard penalty. Has been ejected from the game. 4x bearish divergence. Holy fucking rug. These guys might rug. These guys might rug. What is this? FTM? Is it a project of any significance to anybody? I fucking hope not. Man. 886. Bearish shark. If Carney gives you the OE optimal entry 113, oh man, you take it. If you get any of that, you fucking short it into the ground. This might blow right through this target. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know. This looks real bad. This is bad. I can't fix this shit. It's over. Just copy and paste the project and rename that fucker and start over. Move that liquidity. Just say, I don't know, somehow we got hacked or some shit. I don't know. That's what I'd do. FTM's a good project, but you have the code for it. Just Chinese copy and paste, right? Rename. Ant Shares is now Neo. Oh, look, everybody, this new product, Neo. This is gross. In fact, let me see here, guys. Look, this is the time we FOMO, okay? This is inverse FOMO, right? This is, well, look. Yes, you're hearing alert in my voice, but it still remains calm. And this is me at max FOMO right now. Max FOMO, okay? Oh yeah, I just checked my Binance on this other screen over here. Sorry. I have all kinds of short orders layered for FTM. Getting nailed right now. Fuck, see? That's the beauty of having a trade and having shit in position, right? I've already begun filling on this. Yeah, fuck FTM. We filled at 83 cents, 0.833 already. 883 at the 886. Isn't it harmonic? Imagine that. When price becomes the entry, right? What a high right now is 84 cents, 84.3. We filled at 833. Come on, bro. Am I gonna short Sol? I'd have to look back at it. Okay, guys. So minimum on this back to 60 cents, right? But I think it could get a lot worse than that. That's just the beginning. And in order to stay up there, you need to get all ups. In order to do that, that's because we were talking about this. So you need the 113 in order to just retrace to here. If you fail right here at the 886, then this target is gonna get blown the fuck out. Okay, you won't get none of that, and you won't get none of that. All you're gonna get is one of these. Okay, so this is no longer a coin that you are in a long for a substantial amount of time. Okay, this thing is gonna ruin some homes. Okay, a lot of people are gonna separate over an FTM shitcoin. All right, moving along. Cake short playing out. This, imagine how good the cake short was, guys, for us. And FTM makes this cake short look like a fucking charity case. Alright? Red flags everywhere. Bearish Dragon. Cake. USDT. 4 hour. Spine broken. Dragon dying. No hope for recovery in sight. Start digging a hole. Plan the funeral. If you backtest the 32 to 35 area as resistance, this is going to go all the way back down to 26, 25 area. Bro, look back at the short. My short fills on cake. They look like a down arrow or something. Like it's very disrespectful of me to have shorted it like that for all these poor people in the long, but very disrespectful. Trying to look for it. I don't know if I could find it or not. Let's see. Maybe we get lucky here. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see if I could do this or not. Yeah, there it is. Okay. That was the short, guys. That was back when the short entry is $43.29 on cake. This was before the spine was even drawn or broken yet, and it has now been back tested as resistance and selling off. It's all about that follow through price action, and you're getting the sell off to the downside. I might hold this thing all the way down to a fucking 25 bucks. Cake, it's over, bro. You had a good run. I mean, fucking hell of a run. Some people made a lot of money on this shit, but red flags, right? Take it when you can. Secure the profit. Fun c'est fou. Cause look, it's snowing. Look at those longs. That's sexy, huh? I mean shorts, excuse me. See those red arrows? Whoops, let's see if this works. Anyways, those red arrows that it paints over on FTX exchange when you limit, or probably market, I don't know, I don't market, but limit short orders. Looks like a down arrow. Now we go back. Cake selling off. Current price $38 and falling. If we inverse bra this, you can see the dragon more likely how you're used to it, right? Where we have to create that torso, that belly of the beast, right? Which you see again, once again, highlighted in the gray box coming across the center of your screen. We need to take that area and flip it, right? The SR flip, we always talk about that. SR flip, SR flip, SR flip. That's how you find yourself at that $25 area, right? All that kind of tail. You need this tail of the dragon to develop, and you can find yourself at that $26, $25 area. Okay, so it's harder to see on the bearish side of things. That's why bear markets are always 10 times harder. Sure, nomadic we could see, right? Bear markets are always 10 times harder than bull markets for traders, because a lot of the patterns are in inverse, bruh, and it's hard enough for traders to see patterns right side up, let alone throw all the variables ass backwards at them. And in the event of a bear market starting like that, it means you're blowing off the top of a bull market. So the only way to really identify such events with any sort of consistency is to be able to utilize and identify harmonic reversal pattern, critical overhead fib level extensions, right? That's the only thing you could do, and the only way to identify when time to throw in the towel, right? Get your fighter out of there. So for us, we've already begun. The bleeding has begun for some of these, right? We're already there, right? We're the ones that are going to cause and inflict the pain that makes these motherfuckers stay up at night. We bring the insomnia. We are the ones that they told you to watch out for. We are the ducks. XRP. Look at this. We asked for this little glimpse up in price. We said, give us a little glimpse up. Well, we got a little glimpse up. Give us a back test. Give us a sell-off. Give us a back test. Just once more, please. Because the second time's not the one we worry about, right? It's always that third motherfucker that'll bite you, okay? What do we mean by this? We mean strike one, you're cool. Strike two, you get a pass. But when you hit that sucker for that third time, you fail. Backtest as resistance and you are done. That's how you identify and confirm a bear market reversal. When critical, what was once critical areas of support start getting flipped into resistance, and you begin to paint the lower highs on significant time frames across multiple assets on the macro scale. This is when it says the market's trying to tell you that the bears are back in control, and your longs are now at max vulnerability, right? Bad place to be sitting. Never want to be in that situation. Always want to have the edge. Never want to have the edge inversed against you, right? Nobody likes getting ratioed, and that's what's about to happen in that situation. XRP, tail of the dragon, right? This is just like you know, we're looking at this on BCH, S-Coin BCH, XA. We'll do it here just for aesthetics, right? But I'm ultimately targeting, I'm putting it on this wick. See? D886 tail, right? In fact, this should actually be higher. We wanted it on this wick, which it does stay aesthetically pleasing that way on its own. We got a 1272 retracement on the low side, which actually means this could cipher. Okay? In order for this not to cipher, you would have wanted to see this 1272. This can go as low as 1414 and remain a cipher, which would be 786 on the D. But when this low dumps all the way to the 1618 like this, if you would have got this low on XRP, that's when you this is when you shark 886, okay? But because you were in 1272 territory, that allows this to be a potential cipher first. So the first next critical major overhead area of resistance that you are fastly approaching is the 786 fib extension from the X high on April 14th to the current discernible swing low C anchor point April 23rd. 786 would be $1.75. $1.75 being a critical number on XRP. So at that point the cipher goes live. This short can come at any time. Again, we're going to be looking to the macro. We're also going to be looking to the oscillators. Oscillators are painting what can be very, very, very soon bearish divergence on the RSI, bearish divergence on the MACD, critical fib level, pattern completion zone D, short entry target area of a bearish cipher. A lot of arguments for the bears are in development. Again, ETH has reached targets. Cake's already dumping. It's like it's 1:30 in the morning and the bar closes at 2. Can you still get hammered from 1:30 till 2? Yeah, but you better grab a bottle of fucking tequila and chug it. If not, you're gonna get one little spritzer and get caught with your dick out when the light turns on, right? That's basically what I'm trying to tell you. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was trying to say. XLM. Man. Look at the respect. Wow. So respectful. Such a respectful little asset of our channel that we painted like a week ago. I don't know. Go back a few streams, you'll see it. None of this price action was there. But our channel was, our tail was, our bullish dragon was, our legs were there, our Bukowski double bottom with a slightly higher low on the back end legs. We've now developed critical torso level resistance area, right? On this dragon where this area must be flipped, right? You're basically there. We talk about this torso, abdomen, gray box area of these dragons. You're butting up against it. What is now being regarded as resistance needs to be flipped into support. If that can happen, you can maybe see the high side 63 cents. If you fail 54, you're going to go all the way back down to the bottom. You must flip 54 into support if you would like to see 63 cents. Again, you have a window of opportunity that is closing and closing fast. I don't know, guys. Sometimes, like, on some of these, you just got to take what you can get when you get it. You don't always get the full target on everything. If you do, great. But if not, just when certain things are taking profit, it's kind of trying to tell you something. And if something's lagging, sometimes you just secure what you can secure and live to fight another day. The market and Duck will provide you endless opportunities to enrich yourself. All you gotta do is be present and have capital to throw at it. If you get licked, you're doing nobody any good, right? Secure the gains. There will be another trade. There's tons of trades being presented for you in the stream with much better areas of higher reward to risk ratio, right? So it's all about rotating, capital rotation into assets where you could once again create the edge in your favor against the market and the other market participants that you're continuously battling against in this endless, non-stop 24/7 crypto market, right? So you must always do what you can to maintain the edge in your favor. Okay. EOS approaching critical overhead resistance. Okay. We must flip $6.80 into support if you would like to see $8.51. Again, as good as this looks right now, guys, this does look, let me tell you, this still looks pretty fucking good. You have a window. Bitcoin's giving it to you. You take it and you run with it. You ape here. You don't ape literally, but EOS bulls must ape as a group, as a whole. We're already in, right? We don't need to ape because we've already entered. But in order to push price action up to the $8.51 range high, square up 886 overhead target area on EOS, the bulls must step in during their window of opportunity. They must. See, these are hidden kind of signals where it's starting to look like it might be over, but because you're not painting the divergence on the RSI in oversold territory, there is a small chance that you could still see one more slightly higher high, get in this SR area flipped, and then run sideways while you reset. You don't always have to dump to reset. You run sideways long enough, you'll reset enough to run to the highs. That's your only chance here. Again, you may or may not hit the full potential of the target. So you just secure what you can secure when you can secure it. A lot of things have given you and exceeded your targets, so some carry others. And it's just that different assets have different strengths during different waves, right? It's all about the rotation of capital. Right now, these USDT pairs have been leading the way, but eventually that ship's going to turn and the BTC pairs can lead the way, right? It just, again, it's all about just finding that edge and rotating the capital into the best situation that you can find. And if you can't find one, the best situation is no situation. It's not a trade. Those are the times you backtest charts, work on one's mindset, work on oneself, work on one's mental health, work on one's, physical health, emotional, mental state of mind and being. Because that's a larger part of the battle that you're fighting here. 60% mental, 40% technical. We've only in this stream so far covered the 40% technical. You're leaving 60% out on the board. So those times when you sit on your hands, which should be a lot, that's when you work on yourself, right? Constantly developing oneself as an all fully rounded trader. Never stop learning. It's the only way to maintain and continuously keep your edge above the rest, right? Never let them catch you. Always be out in front. They're playing checkers, missing a few pieces, and you're playing, 7D chess, right? Sam's sleeping with everybody's sisters, right? Be like Sam. SNX is above the support resistance area, whereas EOS is below. SNX is above. You see the difference? The laggers versus the leaders. One has the opportunity where the others may not reach, right? So some you have more faith in than others in reaching Valhalla before rug. And you just use your analysis by referring to the oscillators, referring to the patterns, referring to the macro. Do what you've always done, do what you know, do what you've been taught. And you strike when you feel like strike is necessary. When you exit an asset, don't feel like you left anything out on the table. If you exited in a profit, that's a fucking W. Just don't look back at it. Give it a few days to chill out. Come back, check it out after the dust settles. You don't need to immediately get back into the opposite trade the second you exit it. You take what you got and you move on. Ultimately, if this SR level holds $18, holds as support, we'd be looking to target $22 on SNX, but you better hurry. AVAX. See, this one, you've hit this 886 is approaching area. Okay, this is where right here 886 will be there. So that white line, $38 is your target. Okay, that's where the shark, and this could be a cipher actually, guys, so we have to be careful. This could actually 786 because you did not exceed the 1414 on the low side. This could still cipher. Okay, and if this was a cipher, there's just kind of this critical area between the 886 shark and the 786 cipher where you need to layer out 36 to 38.50. Current price 31. Looks like maybe you're attempting to backtest and regard what was once the B anchor point, maybe as support one more last time for one more little push to that upside. By that point, ideally and likely, you would be and have created the divergence, right? Divergence building, definitely. RSI tail end, definitely building. Okay. The time is near for the party to be over on AVAX. Yeah, you start layering out if you haven't already. ATOM, you got that back test. This is basically where that SNX is maybe looking for that back test again, and then you run again. ATOM already did that. Cosmos target area 25.98, basically $26. Current price $23.60. Target $26. Measured move of the structure 786 D, short entry target area of the bearish cipher, painted in blue. Measured move of the structure where we took the low to the neckline to the measured move, coinciding with an overhead fib level 786 overhead resistance, D, short entry target area of a bearish cipher. Dot DOT, just a little dot. Dot. Okay. SR level. Critical dragon torso. Range midpoint. Being regarded as what was once critical resistance back here. Resistance here. Resistance here. Now being regarded as support very, very clearly. Okay. If you can get it and your window is tight and you have a lot of work to do, you can still be in this position. Okay. This is not over yet, but just don't get caught slipping, right? When Bitcoin says party's over. Okay. If you have great entries, hold them over stop loss up. Yep. Just trail some stops, risk free, stops in profit. If you ever get hit, so what? Funds secured. Gains, seifu, right? Funds seifu. Stop loss is your friend, not your enemy, when your entries are proper and your position size is proper. Stop losses become your friend, not your enemy. Take profit target area 43 to 46 on dot. You don't want to lose 32. Your green light for a long. Clear for takeoff. CRV looks just like dot. Clear for takeoff. Do not want to lose 280. Target $4. Maker. Huh. Watch this. Okay, looking back, guys. Strike one. Oops. Strike one. Strike two. Strike three, you're out. Send it. Back test the range as support. Run again. Okay? Remember that. Strike one. Strike two. Run the highs. Back test as support. Send it again. You have to target the high side. Don't know if you have the time. Stop would be below the previous lows. Basically, you don't want to lose 4,000. And you get 2 to 1. On the high side, if you get it. Yeah, exactly 2 to 1. Risk to reward. 2 to 1 is okay. A lot of traders will take 2 to 1. We just prefer 3 to 1. It's even better, right? But that ship has sailed. Okay, so if you're playing with this now, then understand you're buying high side of the range. Yes. Can you blow off top? Sure. But, you know, you're not getting your 3 to 1, you're 2 to 1, right? So you're kind of asking for it a little bit to be stopped, but, you know, you'll learn to wait for 3 to 1s if getting stopped out on 2 to 1s, but there's nothing that says this might not play out like this, okay? You can still get this. You just be mindful, watch out. Don't, just put a little bit in there. You don't have to fucking go crazy. Chill the fuck out. Take it easy, bro. Take a breath. Just throw a little bit in there. See what happens. You're going to risk 1 R to get 2. It's a profitable trade. Just manage it properly. Don't have to do nothing crazy, right? This is what happens when you have strike 1, strike 2, break out, back test double bottom, send it. Okay? This is exactly what you just saw on Maker that you can do, that you're doing on Ray. And look how tight this stop was, right? We put this stop below this discernible double bottoms. So, you know, going back to Maker, right? Once this confirms up here a double bottom, you could bring that stop up, right? Just initially, you need to let that double bottom happen. Let it breathe. Okay? So, Ray, you know, you're performing correctly. Your target's still $15.84. That's the 1272 D live short entry target of a butterfly. Once the 1272 is hit, that butterfly could dump at any time. But yes, you can layer through the second target area looking for the high side of the butterfly, which is between the 1272 and the 1618. You would just layer a butterfly in that entire gray box, and you take everything you can. You take it. It's mine. Okay? Stop. You don't want to see $12 lost on Ray. Matic. We said dump it. We didn't like it. Matic's dumping. End phase. Market's closed. Weekend. RSR. Stopped. Failed. Bitcoin. You got a window. You got a window. You gotta take advantage right now. This is it. This is it for a little bit. You gotta take fucking advantage. Algo. Haven't been over here for a little bit. Let's see what we got going on. Let me just clean it up and repaint this. I'm not sure where or what we were at here last, so always good to update, right? As more information presents itself, we update and we react and respond accordingly. Okay, so we've now refreshed the canvas. Okay, all right guys, looks like we had the ultimate kind of final low sell-off point on the 23rd. Put in a slightly higher low, painting the dragon-esque torso, right? Down sloping spine. Okay. Target areas 786, 886. Cipher, shark areas. Okay. Harmonics. X, A, B. Little deep. Okay, let's see something real quick. If this was the low, that would make the anchor point the high. That would then give us still a really deep low. See, we needed this 1618. This is low. Okay, it's no good on a harmonic. But if the wave were to play out, this is way more shark. The cipher's gone. So shark would be 886. Really deep. When it's so deep like that, it's hard for it to get that high side, right? So I don't think 113 is in the picture for you. But I do think you have a pretty decent neckline developed, cowboy, that has been regarded where, you know, a stop below these previous wick lows here and targeting that 886 can give you something like that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I would say on algo. Again, Bitcoin's given us a small window of opportunity, so there is some potential there, but that deep wick on algo was gross. Oh, somebody requested it. Fuck, it was my man Mo Money requested it yesterday. Damn, what chart was it? Ren, Mo Money, Ren. Let's look at Ren real quick. The reason we didn't look at Ren is because, okay guys, if you ever request something and I don't chart it, that's another way of me doing a couple things. Sometimes there's not the most educational opportunity that I could, if I find an educational opportunity on it for you guys, even though it doesn't have a setup, I'll still chart it anyways because there's something for you to learn. But if I completely run over it and bypass it and just disregard it completely, there's a reason. And you'll see why. Can you see the reason? Oh my god. Alright, like when this kind of thing happens on an asset, guys, I don't feel comfortable in the situation entering on this particular asset because why? You know what I mean? Why? There's no point because there's edges everywhere else. The market's presenting to us endless opportunities to enrich oneself. So we want to be strategic with these. And when we have these unforeseen events that throw in just dramatic price action, regardless of what caused it, the TA gets disrespected in a way that it takes a substantial amount of time to recover from and rebuild the proper price action structure required for us to regain an edge in this particular asset marketplace, right? So that's why. It's not that I didn't see your message, Mo, in the request. It's just that I didn't want anybody in this from that time of the request moving forward. Right now, we're not. This is all we're gonna do on Ren right now. Duff, you gotta be careful on that because even if your stink bid was all the way down at 30 cents, you could have still got liquidated. You could have been down at 20 cents, filled it, and still got licked going to a penny, even on 1x leverage, 2x leverage. So I'm not a fan of those stink bids like that. That there's no edge in that. That's a gamble. And it's a gamble that could, even if right, result in your liquidation. So we can create edges for ourselves with our trading strategy outside of the need for gambling, knife catching reactiveness. Now, if that was a take profit target area because you were short, because you shorted $1.25 and you had a stink take profit target at 2 cents and it hit, well, then I'd fucking shake your hand, right? So just understand the risk associated with the fuckery. And if you've accepted and are alright with it, well, then you do you. I'm cool with it. But, that's not something that I personally do. But, I mean, obviously somebody got filled, right? Where somebody, every time somebody sells, somebody bought. Every time somebody bought, somebody sold, right? Just the way the market works, simple supply and demand asset marketplace, right? So, yeah, I guess we'll call it there for now. Depending on how good I feel, we might fuck around and do 2 streams. And might fuck around and have another night stream. See if price action, if we get some crazy price action. If it's just sideways all night, probably not. But if something crazy happens, probably go live again for like another hour later this evening. And if not, we'll be in the Discord like normal. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. Hope everything was good with audio, video, sound. Hope you guys liked the snowstorm that we are about to run into. And yeah, we'll probably call it a wrap there for the night, guys. But for watching, and I will see you guys back in the Discord. Duck out.